Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at KuCoin. Before we do, obviously Bitcoin as well, just because I think it's important to know, excuse me, what's going on in the market right now based on the sheer fact that Bitcoin is not necessarily on the upside, okay? I think we all know that unless you've been living under a rock. So for lack of better terms, we did lose support level at about 60,000. The price closed just below or pretty much right at. So we can kind of consider that both a support and resistance level, but more so a resistance just based on this momentum, right? So I feel as if we're going to see the price between 60 and 58,000 kind of working itself into the support channel. And there's a potential, of course, for the price to break below and to come down to right around 52,700. Now, that is essentially not specifically going to happen, but there's a lot of indications kind of telling us that it could, just based on, well, let's take a look at it really quick. First of all, we keep losing this. We can never seem to close above 60,000. So we're progressing down, right? We got this bearish divergence. We pull up the GAN fan here as well. We can kind of see that we have a strong channel here working us all the way down. And what could very well happen is we could end up somewhere in this range here. Not to say it will happen, but the likelihood of it happening is getting higher as we start to lose this support level here, right? So if we lose this little area here and the price can't seem to break above and start channeling upwards, that'll become a resistance and push the price down inevitably. So there's a handful of little things you could see happen here, of course. It's all hypothetical, but it's more bearish signs right now for Bitcoin, pushing the price action down, and we're well below the moving averages. Another thing to consider also is that we have a potential, well, I wouldn't say potential, it's inevitable, basically it's the inverse of a good thing, right? It's essentially referred to as a death cross, and that pushes the price down even further. So it's a unique anomaly that happens sometimes, and when it does, when it comes to fruition, essentially, the price usually shoots down. Now, not to say it's going to shoot straight down to 52,000 because of it, but that's not going to help the situation any, right? So it's just kind of a natural thing that occurs. It's a unique phenomenon, in my personal opinion, because I don't think that there should be any, validity to it, but it essentially constantly pushes the price action down. So just keep that in mind. There's a strong likelihood the price will come down even further once that happens. Again, that's a 4-hour simple moving average, 50 intersecting with a 200 in a downward fashion. All right, so let's go ahead and get back on over to KuCoin. Oh, also too, sorry, just in case you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, but I am very, how do I describe this? I love teaching, and I want to make sure that you become a better, a better student, or more importantly, a better trader, right? So the whole goal for me to make this channel, to make these videos, is to help you kind of be more self-sufficient. I have a trading community to kind of help get you on the right track if you want to check that out in your own time. Where I send out signals for every single trade that I take, so you can kind of see what I'm doing as a trader with my profit targets, my stop losses, trailing stop losses, and kind of understand kind of what that looks like. Of course, that's optional, but link in the description below there. You can learn a lot from these videos, don't get wrong. It's just there's a little bit more in depth, and we all kind of communicate openly. It's an amazing experience. So got over 200 members now. Very happy about that. That was our first initial milestone. Right on to the next, right? So moving on to the one-day chart here for KuCoin. Looking at the moving averages, nothing to really note there, right? Those aren't super relevant on the one-day chart right now because they're so far away. But the key takeaway here is that RSI bounced off of 70. That's awesome. We like to see that on the one-day chart. Kind of just reaffirms the fact that we have that bullish momentum and the fact that that will hold as a support level moving forward. And what that pretty much did is it bounced, because I think when I reviewed this yesterday, we were kind of consolidating down between 40 and 42 cents. So hopefully you're able to buy that dip that I had recommended, and you're kind of on the increase here now because when everything else was suffering, KuCoin was doing well. In other words, it was going pretty much sideways, and a lot of other coins are bleeding. That's usually a good sign in the big picture, and we saw that yesterday. So it's we're definitely up on the day, which is great news. So hopefully that was a benefit for you. Look at this too. Price came down and bounced off the 50-day set moving average again, a second time. Because right before when I reviewed the video yesterday, we're right around I think 41, 42 cents, and it looks like it came down, sold off, and jumped right off of that, and it jumped hard. So that's awesome news, basically just reaffirming the fact that we can kind of rely on that as a nice support level. We broke below 50 on the RSI for a moment, but we're back over 50, under 70, and we also have this MACD convergence. So I'll be excited to see what we see on the one-day candlestick, correction, the 1-hour candlesticks, to effectively understand how the Ishimoku cloud is covering, because oftentimes the price breaks above the cloud when it breaks above the MACD convergence, essentially, and that happens to be a very beautiful thing. I refer to it as a double rainbow. You can call it what you like, but I like it, and I think it's awesome. So let's take a quick look at that here. And let's go ahead and make this a little easier for you. And I'm going to disable these here just so you can kind of see it a little better. But as you can see, the price is back above the cloud. So we're in very, very good shape there. Basically just means that we have that bullish momentum, and that should work as a support level. So what that's doing is it's reaffirming the support level here, the Fibonacci retracement line of 45 cents. So if we lose this potential support here at 48, we will see the price kind of come down to 45. So there's a strong chance the price may continue to progress upwards and kind of consolidate closer to support at 48. If we lose that support, no big deal. Better buying opportunity right around 45 cents. All right, so those are two possible scenarios. Obviously, the third scenario is for the price to continue to progress upwards, but we'll bridge that gap when we get there. And I feel like it could continue, but bear this in mind. I mean, you can kind of see it right there, plain as day. It's a bit on the overextended side, right? And we just hit a 9 and we're on a reset. So this is actually perfect. I love when the price actually goes to a 9 and kind of consolidates. So we should expect for the next, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours, perhaps less, likely less, considering the market's so uniquely volatile right now. KuCoin will effectively have to consolidate before it can increase again. Not to say that it can't increase again without consolidation, it's just that we want it to consolidate before it increases, based on the sheer fact that you want to have a nice staircase pattern. Again, my patrons know where I'm going with this, but if you have a coin that is just going straight up to the moon, as a lot of other YouTubers like to refer to it as, and they pump it up, right, with their techno music and all that. When they're doing that, they're failing to recognize the simple fact that price needs to have a chance to breathe, right? If you don't have breathing room, you're going to have an extreme retracement. Now, this retracement occurred here, of course, because of the recent sell-off from Bitcoin. But minus that, we had nice, healthy increased patterns. So if we have this nice increase up and over like we did there, a 1 to a 9 on TD sequential, do you think we're going to be able to see another leg up and another leg up from there? I absolutely think so. Yeah, it's extremely likely based on the sheer fact that it's calming down. Try running a marathon, right? Or try running a bunch of different races in a row. You're going to be winded, you're going to be exhausted unless you're extremely, an extreme athlete. If you go into that and you have a little bit of a rest in between each marathon or each race, would you not perform better? Yes, you absolutely will. That's what coins need to do, and that's what needs to happen here. So it's healthy and awesome for us to be able to see this likelihood of the price continuing sideways, right? We want to see that. So to summarize here, right now, we're in good shape. We went 1 to a 9 on TD sequential. We're above the cloud. We got the MACD convergence. There's no reason why the price won't at least go sideways for some time and leg back up again. Now, the question is it going to consolidate at 48 or is it going to consolidate at 45? We still have yet to see that. So traditionally, the price will come down to the next closest support level and then leg up from there. So what we normally see with most coins is the price comes down here. It'll come up to either here and keep doing one of these, or it could come down here and then leg up to there and then establish this as a support, which is a previous all-time high. And that's huge. If we can get that to happen, then we're going to be in very, very good shape. So ultimately, again, we're not out of the woods yet, but I would say 45 to 48 is a pretty healthy estimate over the next couple of hours, next few hours. And then obviously if it were to leg up, then we should see it break its all-time high at that point, because it looks like it's going to start trying. So just keep that in mind. Now, bear this in mind too. Bitcoin drops sub 58,000. You can expect KuCoin to be damaged some. Maybe not entirely, but we shouldn't expect it to go straight up if Bitcoin goes down. It hasn't broken. It's not independent in that sense. It's very reliant. It's proven to be very reliant on Bitcoin in the past. Recently, a slightly different story with all the momentum and hype. The social sentiment is high. But with KuCoin, yeah, I think still think it's a very good long-term investment. And, if you're staking right now, I mean, that's awesome. You're probably going to be just fine though, right? There's nothing wrong with that based on the sheer fact that it'll continue to go up. We just have to hope that your staking time frame expires sometime between December and January. If you're stuck out until like May or June, that might be a different story. But regardless, take profits while you still can. Of course, that's how I always say it. But in this scenario, you don't want to close your position. I would say continue to dollar cost average between 45 and 48. And obviously, what we should expect to see is 65 cents as a very strong likelihood as soon as we break its resistance level about 52. 52 is the key takeaway here. And we're getting close. We're definitely getting close. I think it's going to happen here soon. So get ready. This has all the bullish qualities that I like to see in a coin when I take entry. And we're just not sure if it's going to consolidate down to 45 or stay right around 48. It's the only thing we can't identify yet. But keep this in mind. As soon as the price breaks above 52 cents, its previous resistance / high, wait for it to consolidate and or kind of, hover around there first, because oftentimes you'll see a price break its all-time high, come back down to test it as a support. Once that support holds, then you add your position and go long. That's kind of the idea. We'll bridge that gap again later. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I hope it doesn't happen right now, but we'll get there soon. So I'll maybe just consider covering Crow again here later today as a quick update once the 1 day candlestick closes. We can kind of see what that looks like. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here, and we'll go ahead and see what's going on. But between now and then, I would not hesitate to consider adding to your position between 45 and 48. I think it's very likely the price is going to continue to progress upwards soon. So hope you found benefit here today. If you do, like and subscribe. If you're not currently a patron, consider joining. Rates are increasing next month, and it's definitely something that we need to, you might want to consider locking in your rates, right? So just recommend you do that. If you have questions, feel free to contact me on social media. All the stuff's in the description below. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.